If you're a DJ who uploads mixes to YouTube and you want to take those mixes and turn them into clips for IG and TikTok, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to show you how to pick the clips, edit them, and format them for TikTok and Instagram. All right, so this video comes from one of my followers. I'm going to put the question right up here on here. So if you guys got any other videos that you want me to make or have any ideas, drop them in the comments and I'll do my best to record them as soon as possible. So everything that I'm going to be doing right now is going to be on Final Cut Pro. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to put myself over here in the upper right hand corner. And so using Final Cut Pro, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a library. So the first thing you do that, I've done this already. So you're going to go to new, go to library, and then create a library. So a library is pretty much like your project. All right. For this, I am using Pro Mouse, and with the Shift key, I can zoom in, and not Shift, but with the function key, I can zoom in and kind of show you guys and highlight certain things. All right. So the first thing you want to do, like I said before, create your library. We want to make a new project. And then with the project, we are going to go to video. We're going to make it vertical. And then we're just going to name it IG TikTok DJ clip. Let's name it like that. And then for resolution, we're going to bump it all the way up to the max. And then we're going to hit OK. And then now we're going to drop our mix in the project. Now, I already know where I'm going to be at. So, I don't want to play too much of this because I don't want to get demonetized. But first thing you're going to do is you're going to drop your mix in there, and then you are going to find the clip. Now, I already know where I want to cut up the mix. So it's going to be around the 8-minute mark. So let's go ahead and find that. Shoot up the place, because I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby. See some. All right, so the part that I want to cut up is this part right here where I pretty much am transitioning, and then I do like a quick juggle, and this is what I want to highlight. So first thing you want to do is you want to find your clip, and then from there you want to cut out a small piece of you doing what you do. So this is the clip that I want to cut out. Please don't shoot up the place, because I see some ladies tonight that should be having my baby. Give me all the chicken heads from Pasadena to Medina. Bet big, get in between your dances. Keep the prognosis, doses, blends and bends like Twizzlers. So I do a quick back and forth there. So first thing I'm going to do is right here, I am going to cut it. There. Delete that part, and then go to the end. DJ Fox. All right, and that's pretty much it. So you don't want the clip to be too long, and what you want to do is you want to kind of get to what the point that you're trying to display, and then after that cut it off. So that's going to be a beginning, that's going to be the end. So right after that I'm going to cut it. So now we are stuck with a 30-second clip, and I can see it as a 30-second clip right over here. All right, so now that I have that done, now it's time to format it for IG and TikTok. Right now you can see that everything is vertical and you see all this blank space. Now you have a couple ways that you can do this. You can actually leave this blank space here and here and just have the video playing in the middle, and then you can put a caption here or a caption here, and or both. And this caption can kind of talk to what you want the people to say, or kind of put something engaging, or a title, or hey, check out this blend, or check out this transition, or check out this juggle, or what do you think about this? You will put this caption here and caption here if you want to do that. That's if you want to leave this space blank. So that's one option. The other option is what you can do. You can duplicate this video. So I'm going to copy and hit Control C, copy, and then Control V. All right, and what that's going to do is that is going to duplicate the video, and then what you can do is you can move this video on top. So whatever's on top is pretty much like Photoshop. Whatever's on top, that's going to be on the top. Whatever's on the bottom, you're not going to be able to see it because the top layer is what's covering it. All right, what I want to do now is I can either go over here to the right, And then what I can do is on this top layer, what I want to do is I want to scale this up. All right. Actually, I want to move it up. All right. And I'll take this and I'll take the position X axis and just keep scrolling it up. All right. So that part is there. All right. And then the bottom layer, what I can do is I can take this cursor here and then on the bottom layer, so the bottom layer is selected, what I can do is I can now scale this up like this. Scale this up, and then I can move this down to the bottom. All right, so click there, and then scale this down to the bottom. All right, actually I can kind of scale this down a little bit, so that way, so there. So now I could do it like this. So now whenever I'm playing, and also too, what I want to do is I want to mute the top so I can take this and just drag down the volume there. So now when I'm doing this, please don't shoot up the place. Wow, I can do it like that. Or another thing that you can do is instead of having it double-sided like this, what you can do is you can have one on top of the other and blur the other one. Take my X and I'm gonna move this down to the middle. Right? Move this down to the middle. And then on my bottom layer, I can scale this up, scale it up, and I can also move it up a little bit so that way it is kind of in the middle like that. And then what I can do is I can go over here to effects. All right, so I figured out what the problem was. So it's not up on the transitions. I was up on the transitions. That's not what it is. And this is why we have like a little transition here, which you know what? We're going to keep that because I kind of like that. All right. So where you want to be is right here where it says effects. And then the effects is where we're going to take the effect and drop it on the actual bottom layer. So now the bottom layer is actually blurred. Now, once you have the bottom layer, you can come over here, select, make sure the bottom layer is selected, and then you can adjust the amount of blur right over here, top right-hand corner. All right, you can adjust the blur. So that's one we can have right there. All right, and then with the top layer, you can make this a little bigger if you want, kind of fill up a little bit, depending on what you're doing, and boom, you can do it there. So now this is what it looks like. Hold on. Please don't shoot up the place. Wow. Cause I see some. You can do something like that. And now that I'm noticing this, I'm watching it back. I see that you probably can't see any of that. So we're gonna put this right here. So what I was saying is once you have both of your clips, you have one above each other. So you have the top layer here. The top layer is the layer that we have that's actually playing right here. And then the bottom layer is the one that's blurred. You're going to drop your Gaussian blur on top of the bottom layer. And then once you have your layers on top of each other, you can come over here. And then first you want to select the bottom layer to make sure that's selected. And then here is where you can adjust your blur. All right. That's that. All right. So now this is pretty much the core video. All right. So after I have this, normally what I'll do is I will then take this video and put it into CapCut. And CapCut, I will add all of my text and overlays and do all that. So from here, the raw video is done. I'm going to take it and export it. All right, I'll name it. I keep it like that, IG TikTok clip. Make sure the resolution is where it needs to be. And then I'm going to export just like that. So just to recap, once you have your video clipped, or once you have the video that you want to clip, you drop it in here. find exactly where you want to clip it at. And then once you have the clip, you want to make it short, and then you are going to duplicate it. Remember, whenever you are importing it, make sure it is the vertical style and not the horizontal style. All right. So you're going to take one clip, duplicate it, put it over top of the other. So you can either have one clip on the top and then the other clip on the bottom, or you can just have just one clip in the middle and have black spaces at the top or at the bottom, or you can do this the old school way, pretty much have the bottom layer be blurred and then the top layer have the actual video in it. You can scale it to make it big so that way you can everyone can see exactly what you're doing. Now the video is done. So now what I'm going to do is I want to airdrop it to my phone. All right, and go to my phone. All right, turn this light on. All right, so airdrop from there isn't working. Airdropped max. Okay, here we go. All right, that's the video there. Go send it to CapCut. All right, here's the video. All right, so now what I would do is I'll put something like first text would be, let's say I would put something like actually I would do this. Let's go to ChatGPT. All right. All right. So now I've uploaded I have the video cut. So now I need about 5 to 10 hook titles that I could put at the beginning of the video to keep people watching throughout the end. So right now I'm talking to ChatGPT. I talk to ChatGPT a lot. If you aren't talking to ChatGPT, make sure you're talking to ChatGPT. Let ChatGPT know everything about your DJ business, the style, the type of music, pretty much everything that you do as far as social media or in your DJ business. Run it through ChatGPT because it's going to give you, if you keep it up to date, it'll be able to give you better information whenever you are wanting it to generate titles and hooks and things like that. All right. So let's see. Okay, so now it's thinking that I want to make this from the video. No, I want to take this from the YouTube video. Make this from the YouTube clip. So, no, this isn't going to be for the YouTube clip. Now I just switch gears. I want this to be for the actual clip that I'm going to post to IG and TikTok. It is a 30-second clip, and pretty much I'm doing old school hip hop. All right. So we'll just say the first one. If you grew up in real hip hop, if you're all right, yeah, all right. So we'll take this one and we'll change this a little bit because one thing that you want to do is you don't want to do a word for word, but you do want to make sure you know who your audience. I know who my audience is, and my audience is mostly DJs. So when I'm going to write this, I'm going to make sure I put the word DJ in there because whenever I upload it to Instagram and TikTok, the AI, the algorithm will read those captions so that way it'll find who you want to, who they need to put the video in front of. All right. So here it is. So I say, if you are a DJ who grew up on real hip hop, this one's for you. All right. That's going to be the caption there. And we could put something like, if I want to pick a title, let's do something basic like this. How does this look? Yeah, that's fine. Actually, yeah, that's fine. I'm put it right there in the middle. Now, whenever I'm doing this, when I am formatting this, I know that if I put it down here, pretty much from real down is going to be cropped on Facebook and TikTok. If I put it anywhere up here, I know pretty much from the only thing that's going to be red is real hip hop. This one's for you. That's just from trial and error, and I know where they normally cut it off at. So I'm going to put it right here in the middle. All right. And I'm just doing it for the real video. I mean, for this YouTube video, I'm not trying to make it look so pretty, but I just want to give you the gist. So, normally up here is where your title goes, and down here is where your subtitle goes. But since there's no subtitles in here, I'm just gonna put this right here in the middle, so that way, um, it's there right whenever they see the video, and it looks something like this. They go like that. All right. And then if I want to put more call to actions, I can do that too. Like and share and full video on on YouTube. I could put something like let's say let's do this. I can duplicate this, duplicate, move this all the way down to the end. And I can put full video on full video in bio. I'm gonna put in bio because sometimes whenever you say YouTube on Instagram and TikTok, they won't show your stuff to people because it's kind of prompting them to leave the platform. And those platforms, they want to keep people on the platform. So I'll just say full video and bio. And on my bio, I have my link tree that has all of my links. So all of my ebooks, all of my DJ courses, my master classes, pretty much everything that I sell, my pricing, pretty much my website, everything is in my link in bio. I use a link tree. And in this video that you're watching now, go to the link in bio if you are interested in my masterclass or one of my DJ courses. Right now, I am running a deal. I'm not going to get too much into that, but the link is in the bio for that if you want to find out more about that. Anyway, so, and then what I'll do is up here, I'll put full video in bio, and then that's going to be it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to export everything. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right. Boom. So there we go. Then at the end, we have our full link in bio. And then we want to make sure that we take out all those spaces. Full video in bio. Boom there. So that way, that's like that. And bring this all the way out. So now, whenever you watch the video, it look like this. And like I said, I'm not going to play it. If you want to see this video, go to my Instagram. My Instagram is linked in the description, and you can see this video that I'm going to post. Also, to my TikTok is there as well. You can see this down in the TikTok. And this pretty much is it. This is a video. And if you want to keep engagement throughout the video, you can add other captions here to kind of, you know, have, captions to keep people engaged as the mix is coming along. So that way they won't swipe. But most of this is for DJs. So most of DJs is going to want to hear the hip hop. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and do that all the way max on that and then export. All right, done. So now you can take this video, go here, hit the top, and then from there, I can just go ahead and upload it to my Instagram and TikTok. All right, and that's it. And since you stayed to the end, I just want to let you know that the first link in the description is the link to my professional DJ business blueprint. This right here is how I book all of my gigs, all the secret sauces in there. If you like all these videos that I'm posting on my YouTube video, all these gig logs, all the weddings, the corporate gigs, how I book that is in the blueprint. Everything is there. Emails, inquiries, collecting payments, all my templates, everything is in there. That's it. And if you like this video, check out this video right here because YouTube thinks it's the best one for you.